Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the After Hours Gaming League. This is your host, JW Schmo from Team Raytheon, and we've got Daddy-O from Team Boeing with us today in a matchup between Raytheon and Boeing. We are now in game number 3, coming up just in a moment. So, Daddy, why don't you give a little bit of a synopsis on games number 1 and 2, and keep all of our thousands of listeners interested while I try and figure out how to start this game.
So game number 1 was a pretty solid gateway pressure, early pressure from our Protoss player TwistX to get the Zerg back on his heels. He dropped his third, went into an immoral push, went out a little bit late. Mutas were able to get out from the Zerg opponent, but it didn't really matter. And in game 2, there's not much to say because when cheese fails, it falls flat on its face, and that's what happened.
It was stinky cheese.
It was stinky cheese, and the stinkier part of it is when it fails hard.
It did get a nice little Zergling dance on his ramp out of it, though.
He did get a nice little Zergling dance. And so now we're into game 3.
Oh, what are we doing here? 5, and it's 1 and 1. We want some sound, and we are going to go into that song. All right, so Daddy, we're in the upper left-hand corner with the blue Protoss.
We are in the upper left-hand corner for Team Boeing. It's the blue Protoss. It is Johnny Drama.
The Johnny D himself.
The Johnny D.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, on Frost, playing as the red-hot Protoss for Team Raytheon, is the man himself, Belgrad.
Belgrad? What is Belgrad? Is that like a Beldrat? Is that what is that? What is that Belgrad? Is it a cat with a hat?
It is the cat in the hat.
It's a cat in the hat with a Belgrad in chat?
In chat. That is the Belgrad. And he's Wigan. He is the Wigan Belgrad, nonetheless.
Wigan? We have Wiggins fittings. Does that ring a bell to anybody? Wiggins fittings? Wiggins. Anyways, this is a PvP. Pretty exciting on Frost. Pretty big map. A lot of stuff you can hide. A lot of stuff you can do.
And I'll tell you what, the last time Belgrad played PvP, it was on Heavy Rain, and it was against, I think it was A-Train on IBM's team. And the one thing Belgrad does not do is he does not scout. And so he got proxy 2-gated against IBM in what was the most depressing, I guess, way to finish off a best of 5 and a 3-take-all from IBM, unfortunately.
Actually, I think I did. I think I played A-Train. I think I played him twice. I lost to him in the first game, and then I played him again in the ace match and ended up winning. So those were both really intense games, but there was no proxy cheese, nothing to be said there. The good thing here is that Johnny D did scout his base, so he's pretty confident that there's no cheese going on here. Belgrad's just making his way around the map. Lucky for him, there is no cheese.
Lucky for him, the cheese was all used up in game number 2. Oh, and 2 probes passing the night.
Just stop for a little kiss there. That was cute. That was nice. Boeing and Raytheon being very very formal and very gentlemanlike. That's very nice.
Little handshake, little high five as they pass by each other. Oh yeah, it's like the missile. High fives the plane as it goes by.
I don't know if that's what missiles do to planes, but if Raytheon has invented a new technology, I'd like to hear about it.
It's the friendlier, kindler missile.
Yeah, we want to be a little bit nicer to our adversaries, and we want to promote world peace. So yeah, that's why we've developed the high five missile. It's pretty awesome.
We call it the HF missile.
HF?
Yeah.
Of course, yes. That makes perfect sense because engineering is all about making acronyms, if you haven't found out.
That is absolutely true, and Raytheon does do radars, and radar is an acronym.
radar is an acronym.
is true, and we are doing such an injustice to what's actually happening here in the game.
Absolutely, but you know, it's AHGL. It doesn't quite matter, but we do see a Twilight Council.
We do indeed see a Twilight Council. Is the Johnny D himself gonna go for some Dark Templar here? Is that what that is? Blink Stalkers?
I suppose we'll have to find out, but we see a 3-stalker push coming over from Mr. Belgrad here, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen from him.
And we do indeed, and he is laying down the proxy pylons right up there next to his opponent, Johnny D. Johnny D still has that one pylon hiding in the dark, far away from where it needs to be, but not too far.
But it is going to be DTs with I think this is going to be a 3-stalker push, maybe build 3 gates and put on some pressure early.
And Belgrad,
yeah, we see three more stalkers being built here, so he's up to 6.
Belgrad is getting the robotics bay. That is going to be absolutely key in defending against those Dark Templar. But I'm not sure he's going to know that it's coming here unless he can get in the back and get the scout on his blue opponent. Photon overcharge is going down for Johnny D. These stalkers are just waiting for it to finish.
Poking around, seeing what's going on, saying, hey, what's up? We already had our probes hang out, now we got, you know, got some stalkers having a party.
Oh yeah, that's a much better spot for Belgrad right there. Gives him a little bit of maneuverability. Going to be able to do some damage to those stalkers of Johnny D.
Johnny D is floating quite a bit of minerals here.
And we do see a Dark Templar entering the field of play. A second one. This is going to effectively shut down Belgrad's play, but he is going to know that he is going to have to get detection.
Yeah, he's already got one observer. He's got another one on the way, so he should be fine. That shouldn't do any damage back home. We do see one DT coming in for Johnny D there, but he should have a warping back home, which should be fine against this. Unless he doesn't have a warping. He doesn't have a warping. There's
not.
a DT in his main, and he does not have a warping.
DT in his main. He does have photon overcharge.
He does have photon overcharge.
It'll be
which he hasn't dropped yet.
Hasn't dropped it. No, it does look like Johnny D is going for a natural, but that natural
that natural is not going to survive.
Not the most easily defendable position here for Johnny D. But Belgrad is supply blocked at the moment, so this pylon here.
And he's got an observer, so this is he's got to cancel this. He gets the cancel.
These Dark Templar are getting chewed up pretty hard because of the detection.
Yeah, there's detection. It's not looking good for Mr. Johnny D here. You get a photon overcharge.
He does get the photon overcharge.
Gets the photon overcharge, but he still has. He's got 7, 8 stalkers. That's not easy to defend. And he canceled, or did he? He destroyed the robo there. So he's got really nothing to stop this.
And that is true. Johnny D is going to lose another gateway here to these stalkers. They are in his base and they are causing trouble. That photon overcharge right now is the only thing keeping Johnny D in this.
He lost his, did he lose his mothership core?
He did lose his mothership core.
He lost his mothership core, so there's nothing left. He's got nothing left to defend this. It's pretty much lights out for Johnny D. Mr. Johnny D has got nothing to stop all these stalkers.
And that photon overcharge just finished up, and Belgrad is now laying down a brutal attack in the main base of Johnny D. Going to get a little bit choked up here along these gateways. However, Johnny D not going to be able to defend. He's pulling the probes. The probes are being pulled, but Belgrad's able to maneuver back out.
Ooh, the probes are going to get us around. Does it going to matter? They're all going to die. The probes, coincidentally, is the strongest unit in the game, but it doesn't look like they're going to be doing much.
Probes for the win.
2 stalkers versus 10. I don't think he's going to win this one.
And then another mothership core was made. Johnny D, you got to give him credit. He is sticking into the bitter end.
He's going down with the ship. Going down like a good captain should, but now Raytheon has taken a 2-1 lead.
Yes, it does look like in the current situation that Raytheon is up 2-1. So now we're coming up on game number 4 on Yonsu. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to decide whether Boeing sticks it out to the ace match or if Raytheon is able to wrap it up here. Stay tuned. We will be back shortly.